What's up, guys? It's your boy Darkskin, and today we're going to be doing a PvP tier list. Now, the reason why is obviously because PvP came out a couple days ago, I believe, and with PvP being out, a lot of people are seeing a lot of different things as far as, you know, characters that you want to use and etc, etc. The meta for PvE is completely different, or not completely, but pretty different than the meta for PvP, right? The PvE units that are like super high ranking and things like that would be Samir, King, etc, right? But that is not necessarily the case when it comes to PvP. So we're going to be going over the PvP tier list for you guys, and you guys can see exactly what's going on and how things are going. So starting out with Nemesis being the limited banner that's currently out. She's still going to be out for what, 2.5 more weeks or something like that. She is absolutely insane. I should put her in her own role, honestly. She's like in a league of her own. Like, matter of fact, we're gonna go ahead and put her in a league of her own, because she's absolutely insane, like ridiculous. She heals too much. She does really good damage. She partners really well with so many other units and so many other teams. If you look at the leaderboard, she is on almost every single team. There's only one other team that is used, and I'll show you guys exactly where that is. So there you go. She's 100% S tier. If you think she's not S tier, I don't know what's wrong with you. It's not up for debate. It's like GS tier, or S plus, excuse me. Moving on to Coco Ritter. Coco is a really good unit. She can heal on dash. She can heal on discharge. She can heal on her one. On top of, she's ice. She can freeze. She's ranged. She has a teleport. She can stall. There's so many good things about her when it comes to PvP. Right now, she is easily S tier. Right? She's one of the best characters for PvP. Very good unit. You gotta realize, you run Nemesis Coco, your healing's gonna be absolutely insane. You practically can't die. Nemesis is gonna keep on shocking the enemy and stunning them. Coco's gonna be able to freeze the enemy. She can teleport out. She can stall. They're both ranged. You can just sit away from them. You could jump in the air. Like, there's so many different options, right? So, like, it's just absolutely insane, like, how they work together, but they do work together like that. Next up, we have Meryl, who is also S. Meryl is the go-to PvP unit in the game right now, if we're not, like, outside, like, if we're out, like, not talking about limited banner. Because, obviously, if you got Nemesis, you want Nemesis on the team, too. This team right here is the best team in the game for PvP right now. And there's one other team that stacks up, but there's two teams that stack up, and we'll get into those. But this is like the best team in PvP right now. Double healer and Meryl, right? Because there's no resonance, but even if there was, they'd get healer resonance. But yeah, this team right here, Meryl, she has moves that she cannot be knocked out of with her one and her charge spin. Her discharge is insanely good. It makes the opponent not able to dodge or jump, which allows her to combo into what she does already. She's tanky. She can give herself a shield. She heals on shatter. The list goes on and on and on. She's just insanely good, right? Not to mention, she is one of the best shatter units in the game. So you partner her with Nemesis and Coco, which are giving insane amount of energy, and you're just going to be cycling through their team comp together. Really good. There you go. Now, there are two team comps that are as good or almost as good as this if you don't have Nemesis, right? Or if you do have Nemesis. Next up, we have Huma, which is in A tier. Huma is A tier. I'd put her like A plus when it comes to PvP, something around there. Only reason is because of how tanky she is and how well she partners with Meryl. And the reason why I say that is because Huma has 10 charge and she has 10 shatter. So she can break shields really good. She can charge really good. You go into Huma, right? Like, say you discharge into Huma. You do her dash attack 3-4 times, right? Her dash attack is going to be stunning for 0.5 seconds. Then you go into her 1, which takes her into the axe form. Keep in mind, her discharge is a knockup. Her dash attack is a stun. Her 1 into her axe form is a knockup. And then, like, you have your discharge already. So keep in mind, you're just going to keep CCing the enemy. And then you go into Meryl, which is, her discharge is a knockup. And it's going to root them into the ground. They can't dash or jump. Like, she partners very, very well with Meryl, right? And now, you would only run Huma if you didn't have Nemesis. So Meryl, Huma, Coco is one of the next best teams, right? So if you guys didn't know, there you go. So if you wanted to, if you didn't have Nemesis, you can run Huma, or if you really like Huma, you can run Huma. Like I said, the most used team is Nemesis, Coco, Meryl. One of the next best team that everybody is running, right? The second most used is Coco, Meryl, Huma. So if you guys want to use Huma, there you go. Moving on to Zero. Zero is also a tier. Zero at no dupes is not the best unit. Once you get a C1, he starts to really shine. But once you get him to C6, he becomes absolutely oppressive. Now, the other team I was talking about, like I said, there's 3 teams. There's Nemesis, Coco, Meryl, and then there's Coco, Meryl, Huma, and then the last team, and this is probably the most cancerous team out of them all, is Nemesis, Coco, Zero. Triple healer. You literally playing stall comp. You are literally just trying to heal and sustain over and over and over. If you end up getting a kill eventually, that's fine, but you literally want to time them out, and you want to just have more HP at the end of the match. You want to sit there for 5 minutes and waste everybody's time. Now, that's not to say this team does insane damage, because Nemesis does insane damage. So this team by no means is bad. It's a really, really, really good team. But yeah, this is probably the most cancerous out of them all. Nemesis alone is already disgusting. You add Coco with that on every team, it gets even more ridiculous. Meryl's already insane, but if you go Nemesis, Coco, Zero, oh my goodness. So there you guys go. For the next, the next couple of units, and this is my personal opinion. If you don't agree, that's perfectly fine. But looking at the units I already have on here, and looking at the team comps we already have here, Samir is B tier in my opinion. Not saying that she can't perform, right? You can run Nemesis, Coco, Samir. You can run Samir, Meryl, whatever. But you got to look at the other 3 teams I just mentioned. There's no way Samir fits in that demographic. She doesn't fit in there. I'm sorry. She doesn't fit in that category. Those 3 teams are just ridiculous. Anything outside of that can work, but once you get to the higher elos, if you're not rocking any of the 3 teams that I mentioned, there's a decent chance you're gonna get steamrolled if the person knows what they're doing. The same thing goes for Tsubasa, right? And I'm not saying Tsubasa or Samir are bad, but compared to the other 3 teams, they're not as good in my opinion. I would say the same for King, right? Because King's main purpose in PvE was the fact that he's a shield break and he gives Samir DPS passive. You can't do that in PvP. There's no resonance. So there's that. Now, what I will say, I think King might be A tier. Maybe Samir too, but I don't know. It's definitely debatable. Crow, I would most definitely put Crow in chat. I'd put him S tier only if you know what you are doing. I played one Crow that was really, really good. I ended up winning, but he was really, really good, and I'd say Crow is at least A tier. I'd say he's at least A tier, S tier if you really know what you're doing. But I'm gonna put him A tier right there. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't think Shiro's that good in PvP. I've not seen one Shiro. Honestly, we can add a row here, and right, we can add a row here, and this be C. I'm gonna be honest, she goes there, right? That's where she's at, right? She's just like, because her entire thing is having them sit inside her circle and then having, you know, her chakram ricochet off walls. That's not gonna happen realistically. So outside of that, her shatter's not that good, her charge isn't that good. There's so many better options in PvP. I just don't see why you'd run her. Honestly, this is probably my tier list. Like I said, I think Samir, Tsubasa, and King are good. Right? Like, if Nemesis wasn't in the game, they'd all be A tier. But she is. So, like, I don't know. Like, it's like Nemesis just drags everybody that's good up and everybody that's not good down. So, this is my tier list. You don't have to agree. If you don't agree, that's fine. It's up to you. But, this is my tier list for PvP. Coco Ritter, Meryl, Nemesis, just insane. Coco Ritter, Meryl, Huma is really good. Then Nemesis, Coco Ritter, Zero are really good as well. Crow is a matter of, like, if you know how to use him, he is very, like, he's kind of hard to play against. He's very oppressive. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. All these units down here are not in the game, but there you go. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Be sure to give a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, comment down below. Tell us what you guys in the comment section below. With that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.